If you let us come, I will give you 10 minutes alone with my squishy machine. Do what you will.
No cameras?
No, no cameras.
Yes, what's good YouTube? It's your host Axel Rose, the Shogun with a slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine, and it is still console Christmas. That is right, it is still E3, and Sony, it is their turn to be evaluated. Now, first up, when we're talking about their E3 conference, it is very interesting because that it looked like it was, broadcast straight from Hellgren, shout outs to Killzone, Whoever designed their set must be really good at Little Big Planet because it looks like that's what that stuff was made out of. Like the level creator is Sony definitely held back the expenses when it came to set design. You know what I'm saying? They woo. But that being said, as far as the games were concerned, oh my gosh. Now here's the thing. Now E3, like new games being announced are always part of E3. You know what? New games get announced all throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Like we do not need E3 for new multi-plat games to be announced. It's always cool when we get those lovely surprises, don't get me wrong. But new games come throughout the year. So when it comes to E3, we're looking for those heavy hitters from these console manufacturers. We're looking for Sony to deliver like LeBron James. I'm not gonna lie, does LeBron James deliver? Does he pass the ball and stuff like that? I'm not gonna lie, I'm English, so hopefully that reference worked. But anyway, we're looking for Sony to deliver like the mailman. Is the mailman Kevin Durant? Which one of them is the mailman? Somebody's the mailman that delivers. But you get that reference, dog. Anyway, and so games, people, that is why we are here. We are definitely here for the exclusive games, for those surprises. And that's one of the reasons why it's still relevant to have Nintendo at E3, because we know they're going to have exclusives because ain't nobody developing for the Switch. But anyway, that's another story. Now, The Last of Us was definitely one of last generation's biggest games. It wasn't just a big game for the PlayStation, it was pretty much a big game for console gaming in general, and maybe even the whole genre of art. Think about it. But anyway, Naughty Dog have big shoes to fill for the sequel, and it looks like they're taking it very seriously. It looks like the narrative has definitely developed with Ellie getting older and all that great stuff. And the graphics look amazing and all that great stuff. Now, there is a little bit of controversial bits going on. You know what I'm saying?
Help me out, Homer. My little Roddy needs his insulin. Breaks my heart to watch him Jones Diddley ownsing.
Yeah. Not gonna say anything too much about that. You know what I'm saying? Right now is not the time for that anyway. Just want to concentrate on the gameplay. What I will say is somebody got over Riley awful quick. You know what I'm saying? Checking her Tinder messages and somebody swiped left. But anyway, now gameplay wise, it's straight up fire. It's looking great. It's looking good. It's looking like a check on the first day of the month before you have to pay bills. But anyway, all the attributes and the mechanics that you love from previous game are right here, which is a little bit of a double-edged sword, but we'll get into that later. The action is still as visceral and as brutal as ever, and all the stealth gameplay, it just looks like it's been enhanced by the extra dramatic gameplay elements, which is very cool. The only complaint I would level against this game at the moment is that it just kind of looks like more Last of Us. Which, when you say that for the first time, doesn't sound like all that much of a crime. But this is a sequel, and we expect big things from Naughty Dog. So having, the same gameplay elements, but just with better graphics, doesn't rub me the right way. But pause. Definitely pause on that. But seriously, so far this game looks heavily rooted in what made the first game such a success. The deep stealth gameplay mixed up with the visceral brutal action. And that's great to have that as a core, but because this is the sequel, you want an extra layer, an extra deep groove of gameplay to make us feel like we're doing something different. And just changing the main character isn't enough. Me personally, I would love some things that make me feel like I'm more in control of the gameplay and the action. Maybe more combat variety, maybe less quick time events, you know? Maybe more things that make me feel like I'm in control of all the combat. Maybe those things added onto a couple of other features will definitely push this game to an all-time classic. But so far, this is looking good. Ghosts of Shimi, Ghosts of Shishiwa, Ghosts of Shishinimi, Ghosts of Shishiwami
I
Wa.
sure like the cut of your gibberish.
Cohen doodly
Iddly
diddly,
oodly,
doodly
iddly
doddly,
oodly,
pickadoodly,
loodly oodly,
noodly doddly,
iddly
diddly
oodly.
doddly.
Yes, Ghost of Tsushima, even though it begins with a T, is looking like something that's going to be really special as far as franchises and just reasons to own a PlayStation, you know? Like, it's definitely looking like what should be Sucker Punch's next big. Like, remember, these are the guys that gave you Sly Cooper and Infamous, you know? So like this is like first of all, let's just give it up for them being really versatile. They've already showed you they can make cool platform games, open world games, and now they're giving you cinematic action experiences. Now, initially, I thought this was going to be a game where you create your own character and you get down, but you know, the narrative and the story is looking really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, I would have taken that lady out. You know what I'm saying? She double crossed you, dog. She double crossed you. You know what I'm saying? So you should have hit her up with that sword one time. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he might do that in the end and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, the game is looking amazing. Like the graphics, obviously, that looks like it's running on a PlayStation Pro, but if the regular PlayStation 4 can put out graphics that are looking that good and gameplay which is looking that fluid right now, it's like, why do we need the PlayStation 5 at the moment? Like real talk, this game is looking boundaries. And one thing I like about Sony conferences, like when you see a game, it's pretty much what you see is gonna be pretty much what you get. And if I'm getting this, yeah, it doesn't mind if they can't spell properly. Sushi with a T, get out of here. And what in the name of Chinese river dance is this? This guy is straight up looking like a thrift store raiding on this piece. This dude looked like he been waiting for this moment his whole damn life. Look at me go, mom. Looking like Liu Kang gym teacher up in this piece. This dude ain't even Chinese or Japanese. What is this? Neo 2? Oh, hell yes, I'm buying it. Now, I know Hideo Kojima is a man of mystery, a man of intrigue, and I know he's a man of art and quality. So, whilst Death Stranding has all this mystery and cool stuff surrounding it, I'm not gonna lie, Hideo Kojima, he's definitely on drugs.
Hold on, we're just innocent tourists.
Drugs. Like so many drugs. That's what this man is just on. Like just drugs, dog. Just nothing but drugs. Now, with Spider-Man and Marvel being so popular at the moment, I'm sure when this game was announced, many people were pretty much on it straight away. You know, Spider-Man, he's back. But I'm not gonna lie, with this trailer, this game went from, I wonder if it will be as good as the classic PlayStation 2 version to, oh my gosh, this game, I need this in my veins. I mean, well done, Insomniac. You know, that this is what I'm saying. Having that staple, because when you think about it, okay, sorry to go off topic right now. Like, when you think about it, let me just Spider-Man's dope. Okay, this is day one buy. What else do you need me to say? I mean, the explosions, Sinister Six, it's all here, it's all there. Spider-Man, dog, buy it. Now, this just goes to show why having in-house talent and real in-house talent is so important. Now, I did give props to Microsoft yesterday, definitely, but even though they have started to acquire some developers, they're not on the same quality and the same caliber as these guys over at Sony and Nintendo, man. I mean, look at it. When you think about it, you know there's a friendly rivalry in amongst the developers. You can just tell from their work. You've got guys like Santa Monica up against the Japan team that's giving us stuff like, Shadow of the Colossus, Ico, all those classics games, and they also worked on Bloodborne with From Software as well. So, woo! You've got those guys going up against Naughty Dog, who's also going up against the London studio, who gave you games like The Getaway, who's also going up against Sucker Punch and Insomniac, which have given you games like this and Ratchet and Clank, and it's just crazy. There's just so much coming from all of, and how can I forget Guerrilla Games, who last year did the deed with Horizon Zero Dawn, new IP, came right out the box with a classic. So even though it's not my personal cup of tea, I understand why people might like that. So I say all of that to say it's very good that Microsoft are trying to come back with building some new teams. But even their best team, the team with the most promise, Ninja Theory, they're not on this level, man. Even them, they were at their best when they were actually making games for PlayStation platforms. Do you know what I'm saying? Devil May Cry, cool game, but come on, we were all there. Fans hated that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the way they talk, it's just. I mean, this is just well done, Sony. I'm not gonna lie. As far as your games that you showed, which are exclusive, well done. Like if you were a gamer, even if you were casual and you only had an Xbox, you definitely would have to trade that in and get a PlayStation at this point in time. Like, and I'm not saying that to disrespect people. I'm just saying games are what these things are about, and the games that Sony showed are definitely all of a, not only do they look good, they're just all of a certain quality and caliber, which make it their must-play games. Do you know what I'm saying? If you're a gamer and you're into that kind of stuff, they're must-play experiences that you gotta check out. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, as a whole, I don't think this conference was amazing. To be honest, it definitely lacked a lot in just casual announcements like features. What's going on with the PlayStation 4? Will we be getting some kind of upgrade? Don't tell me it's 2018 and we still can't play CDs or change features like themes and stuff like that. Remember the dynamic things from the PlayStation 3? Those were dope. If we could get something like that on PlayStation 4, that would be wonderful. Backwards compatibility, yeah, that's kind of a pipe dream since they have their own business and they've spent money around an infrastructure to get you to pay for such a feature or quirk. But that being said, even if it was a couple of PS3 classics or whatever in the store, that would kind of be dope. That would kind of be cool. But I would definitely love to see some kind of features, some kinds of updates to the actual PlayStation 4 console. That blue is just too much when I turn my machine on. It's just, it's just way too much. But that being said, there was quite a solid conference and stuff like that. They definitely delivered on making you feel proud to own a PlayStation or excited or even like it's just a relevant choice. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do appreciate the fact that they came with all that great stuff. But anyway, Nintendo is up next. Let me know what you think of how Sony did. And if you have any disagreements with me and stuff, drop a comment and let me know and stuff. Like John and I had an awesome back and forth conversation about all of the rise of the women in the gaming. And it was really cool, really respectful and stuff like that. So, yeah, if you have anything to say about my opinion, hey, I'm always willing to talk about it as long as you keep it respectful. But yeah, gotta get some stuff done today. So yeah, kind of like your boy out.